These days, making money online has become a very popular way of earning a living. From freelancing to e-commerce, there are countless of opportunities to make money all from the comfort of your own home. However, with this popularity comes a lot of hype and misconceptions. For instance, how easy it is to make money with very little to no effort, or how passive an income stream it could be. Some even think it's not even a legitimate way to make money. There are many others, but I think you get the point. That's why in this video, we're going to explore the truth about making money online. Not only that, but we're going to cover some of these misconceptions, along with pros and cons, and finally some strategies on actually how to make money online. So let's get started about talking about the reality of making money, right? Now, if you've ever tried to make money online, or if you've ever done your research, like there's so many different ways in which you can make money online. You got social media, whether it's YouTube, Instagram, or any like Facebook, or obviously TikTok. But you also got things like freelancing, you got e-commerce, affiliate marketing, and if you even another easier way is through online surveys. And if you ever taken online surveys, then you know how easy it is. So when it comes to making money online, you have to ask yourself a couple of questions like, what are you trying to do, right? Are you trying to replace your full-time job? Are you trying to by creating a full-time income, or are you just trying to do this part-time, or are you just trying to do a little side hustle, or are you just trying to make a few extra change? Because if you're just trying to do this to make a little extra change, then obviously you can do something like online surveys, right? It's easy to do. You just got to sign up, take some surveys, and you'll make some extra money. Now, and the reason why it's easy, the reason why you don't make as much money is because it's easy. You just sign up, take some surveys, you make a couple $1 here or there, a couple of a couple of cents, but it's an easy way to just it's an easy way to make money online. Now, if you're someone that's trying to make a lot of money, obviously it's going to take a little bit of work, right? Like affiliate marketing, for me, it took me about 6 months to actually make my first sale, but it took me about 18 months to actually really start making really good money. So if you're someone that's trying to replace your full-time income, then just understand it's going to take a little bit of work. It's going to take a little bit of legwork. It's not as easy as it were if you were taking like online surveys. So whether you're doing e-commerce or you're trying to do social media, trying to build up a following, it's going to take some time. But the good thing is that when it comes to doing that, you got to think about it. Like the online, there's so much opportunity online. The fact that there's almost 8 billion people in this world, you don't really need 8 billion of people to actually make some decent money. All you need is a very small percentage of that 8 billion to actually make some good money online. And you got to think of it that way. Like a lot of people see, they look at the competition and they say, oh, it's too competitive. But if you really think about it, all you need is that small percentage of people, that 8 billion in this world, where you can actually like make some really good decent income. And if you have a really good following, that following can really like help you throughout your whole career of making money online, and that could last you for a while. So you got to think of it that way. There's just so much opportunity when it comes to making money online. Now, obviously, that does present a little bit of challenges. The fact that I have so much people in this world, and there is a level of competition that you have to deal with. Obviously, you got to deal with online scam. You got to deal with scams online, and then also the lack of job security. And we're going to go over a lot of these things. The fact that the competition, the scams, and the lack of job security are more so in this video. But these are things that you do have to consider, because obviously, when it comes to making money, everyone talks about, oh, you can make X amount of dollars in like a couple weeks. These are obviously things you need to worry about. And obviously the lack of job security. This is not like your regular 9-to-5 where you get a constant paycheck, a consistent paycheck. So these are things that you definitely have to think about. But there's so many benefits when it comes to making money online, and let's discuss some of them right now. So some of the pros and cons that obviously when it comes to making money online is obviously one of the main parts is like flexibility, right? Flexibility, you got low startup costs and scalability. So starting with like flexibility, the fact that you have you're making money online, that means you can take that business anywhere. You can take it anywhere around the world, and anywhere in a state, and a country, continent. It doesn't matter where you are, as long as you have internet connection, you got a computer, you can work that business. And that's the great thing about making money online. It's the fact that you can do it from anywhere. You hear a lot of people talk about, oh, I'm just on the beach. That's not the normal. That's not the norm, but that is something that you can do depending on how you set it up. But yes, the flexibility allows you to work from any time as you want. You control your schedule. Obviously, you can work any day you want depending on the type of business that you're working on. But the flexibility is one of the main benefits of having an online business. Or making money online. The next thing is low startup costs, right? Back in the days where when you wanted to start a business, you would need a lot of capital, right? You would need, like, obviously a building, and then you have products and service. We'd have a product, and the people that usually like were successful, that was the people that had the resources. But now, obviously, with technology, you can start your business with very low startup costs. I remember when I did affiliate marketing, it took me like a few $100 to really get started. I had internet, I had a computer, and then I paid for like a program, but it cost me just a few $100 to really get going. And once I started making more money, obviously I would invest more of it. But the fact that it takes such little money, the barrier of entry is so low that you can just jump in with a few $100, and it makes it so much easier to make money online. And the next thing also is scalability. The fact that you can scale your business depending on how you set it up and depending on what kind of business it is. The fact that you can scale your business and like, as you focus in on one income stream, you can then scale that to multiple income streams depending on what service you're on. So if you're someone that's on social media, obviously, as the more followers that you grow, you can scale that business into affiliate marketing, or you can do sponsorship deals, ad revenue from YouTube. So there's just so many different ways in which you can make money and monetize that business. So these are like some of the benefits, but obviously you also have to talk about some of the negatives as well. So one of the negatives is obviously self-discipline and risk of failure. So the fact that you're the person that's running that business, like I said, comparing that to a 9-to-5 job, when we talk about lack of job security, the fact that obviously with a 9-to-5 job, you know exactly what time you're going into work, you know exactly what your job duties are, and every 2 weeks, you're gonna get paid a certain amount. So for a lot of people, mentally, that's job security. You know exactly what's going to happen. You know how much you're gonna get paid. You know exactly what to do each day of the week. The thing with making money online is it's not as certain, but I would argue that there's more jobs, there's more certainty when it comes to jobs when you're working on 9-to-5, because obviously your income is basically at the hands of an employer. Your employer can let you go whenever you want. So to me, in my mind, that's not that much job security. For me, having my own business, although it's difficult, it's more security. It's more secure for me because I can dictate my level of effort. Say as I build the business, and once I start making money, my level of effort, the amount of money that I make is dependent on how much effort I put, depending on the system I built. So and it all depends on me. And I think I trust myself more than leaving my hands on to an employer when they can let you go whenever they want. And obviously the risk of failure, right? There's a lot of businesses fail. But for me, if you're someone that, obviously is not afraid of taking risk, and you have confidence in that you can build something that can last for a while, then obviously these are not things that's going to deter you from starting an online business. But these are, things that you have to think about when it comes to making money online. But for me, the benefits outweigh the negatives, right? There's so much opportunity where you can, obviously the flexibility of being able to start with low cost, and then obviously build that business where you can scale it and make as much money as you possibly can, right? Whereas with a job, you're kind of limited to the amount of hours that you work, right? And whatever your pay scale is, that's where you're limited to. So you work 8 hours, 9 hours a day, and then you get a set amount of money every 2 weeks. With the online business, man, there's endless opportunities to make money. So and even for myself, I would even give you an example. For myself, when I started my business back in 2016, and I'll tell you I'll show you an example of how the successes and the failures. When I started my business back in 2016, and then 2018 when I started making money, and a lot of money was coming in. I was like, 4 figures, 5 figures. And every month that thing was coming in. In my mind, I was thinking, man, that thing's gonna come in for a while. I could ride this for, who knows, a few years. And you learn, and you get a little complacent, especially when it's the first time you ever made so much money. So I learned real quick that, that money does not last forever. And the fact that I just had that one stream of income, and the fact that I didn't really prepare myself to build other streams of income, or set myself up, or create a system where I make sure that if one stream of income goes, I have another method of making money. The fact that I didn't do that, I quickly learned that, that money comes and then it really goes. So and you learn that. So now that you've had that experience and you understand how that works, then you try to create a system where you're creating multiple streams of income. And I felt that firsthand. So now, knowing that, having that knowledge, having that experience, I know exactly what I need to do. So that's just something that as you keep in mind, as you start making, like if you start a business and you're starting making money, you want to keep in mind that don't take the foot off the gas. Make sure you're building that thing up, building a solid foundation so that that thing is making money for years to come. So how do you make money online, right? So I'm gonna provide some like tips and strategies, like how to make money online. So the first thing is obviously when you're deciding like when you're first deciding on making money online, the first thing you do is like, okay, well, what is your niche? Like, what are you trying to get into? Like, what are you going to be talking about? Like, what are you going to be getting into? Like, what are you going to be discussing? And that's something you have to figure out. And you want to make sure it's a niche that you have like experience with, something you have a little bit of passion with, you have a little bit of knowledge, and you'll develop that knowledge as you go. But you want to make sure you understand how it works. So making sure that you choose a niche that makes sense to you. Make sure you build up a personal brand, because obviously you're going to be the person representing that business. So you want to make sure that you build up your personal brand as you go, and you'll develop that as you can create more content and you put yourself out there and you start helping people. Another thing is also leveraging social media. That's another tip. If you plan on making money, make sure you're leveraging social media. Whatever social media platform is where the attention is going, this is what you want to use. So these are like certain tips. Another thing is, if you're going to make money online, you want to make sure you're a person that's taking action. It's important to not just like learn as much as you can and say, okay, I'm learning on this YouTube channel, I'm reading books. You want to make sure as you're acquiring all this information, you want to also start taking action. Right? You can't make money if you don't start taking action. You're going to make mistakes, and you shouldn't be afraid of making mistakes, because the mistakes is where you learn. Like when I started, I was doing that. I made a lot of mistakes, but those are all like learning lessons that I carried with me. And I was like, okay, I made that mistake last time. Next time going forward, I know exactly what I need to do. So you want to make sure that you're taking action so you can reach that level of success that makes sense to you. And also, just understand there will be roadblocks, right? There's going to be things that you need to overcome. There's going to be issues that come up where you're like, all right, well, I got to figure out how to overcome this, right? And this is the hardest thing for a lot of people. The fact that, they hit these roadblocks and then they're like, okay, what do I do now? Like you're going to come up with so many different issues, whether it's a website, when it comes to funding or whatever it is. You need to take these issues and then look at it as an experience, like how to overcome adversity, and you'll get exposed to these things. And these are good things, because you'll learn how to problem solve. And when this comes to business, there's always issues that you're going to have. So these are like good things that you want to deal with, and dealing with rejection and making sure you stay motivated, because for a lot of people, finding that energy to continue working that business, especially when it's just you in the beginning, it's being able to be motivated every day to create content, to work on your business can be the toughest thing. Everything is relying solely on you. So I think for a lot of people that could be difficult as well. So, and I've learned that from experience as well. So if you're someone that's struggling with like just being that person, that main person, and you like to, and it seems kind of like just you struggle with just being by yourself, starting your own business can give you that, can be a struggle sometimes, but it's one of the most beneficial things, because you control your own destiny. So but yeah, so just to summarize is, like, make sure, like, when you're starting a business, you want to make sure that obviously understand the reality of making money, because a lot of people have this expectation, like, yo, how do you make money online? Like, what are some legit places to make money? There's so many different ways you can make money. You have to really like game plan and figure out how you want to make money. How do you want to go? How much money you want to make? What is the game plan? Like, what is your goal? What is like your future goal? And then go from there. So obviously, like, just pick up the strategies making money, like use social media, obviously, like picking a niche, making sure you're a personal brand so you can like take that forward going forward into the future. And then obviously, like, just make sure having a plan of action, make sure take action. Anything you learn, make sure you implement that right away. So I would continue to educate yourself, and then just make sure that you don't be afraid to fail, because failure is part of the whole learning process. So that's all I got for you guys today. If you got any comments or questions, hit the like button, share, and make sure if you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe button. So you guys take care and have a good one. Later.